Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. I hope you guys are all doing well tonight. I want to share another very important piece of information connecting with January 28th, which is Tu B'Shavat, the 15th of Shavat on the Hebrew calendar, which is Israel's Day of Weddings. If you have not seen my previous video with all the links and important information connecting us to January 28th, Tu B'Shavat, please see that video. Make sure you've seen that video. What I want to add right now is this amazing piece of information about the Abraham Accords that were signed on January 28th, 2020. We know that this was the Trump peace plan when it was originally presented. It was called the Trump peace plan and plan for prosperity in the Middle East. And it was later changed. The name of the accord was changed to the Abraham Accords. Okay, so January 28th was the key day. The peace plan was presented, the Abraham Accords. Now this is the promise to Abraham by God, the covenant that God made with Abraham. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear to you at this set time in the next year. At this set time in the next year. So the promise of God to Abraham was about the birth of their son 1 year into the future. 1 year into the future. Okay? And the Abraham covenant, the Abraham Accord, the covenant that God made with Abraham. It's talking about the birth of their child 1 year in the future, at this set time in the next year. Okay, so we're watching January 28th, 2020. We have the Abraham Accord, and there's something about the promise of God to Abraham about this set time in the next year, this set time in the next year. Okay, now, together with this, we have the understanding that any type of peace agreement, as it is written in 1 Thessalonians 5:3, when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So the peace plan is connected to a birth event. It's connected to the delivery of a child. The Abraham Accord peace agreement, according to the scriptures and the promise of God to Abraham, was about the child that was going to be born next year at this time. And then in Thessalonians, when it talks about the peace and safety that is being declared, it's connecting us with this birth process, birth event. Okay, so what do we have? We have January 28th, 2020 set up at this as this major milestone within this peace agreement, which was later changed to Abraham. And the promise to Abraham is about the birth of the child at this time next year. Okay, so what we have then is we have this connection from the peace agreement exactly to 1 year later at this set time next year to January 28th, 2021, which is the day of weddings in Israel, the new year of the trees. Okay. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. If you have not seen this previous video that I did, so important. This is connecting us to The blessed day 1335 from Israel's 70th Pentecost. 1290 days was December 14th, 2020. We went over all of the signs that we saw on December 14th. And then from there, if we add 45 more days, day 1335 brings us to January 28th, 2021. Tu B'Shavat, the new year of the trees, the day of weddings in Israel, and now we have this connection by 1 year exactly at this set time next year, the covenant of God with Abraham. Peace and safety, sudden destruction as labor pains upon a woman with child. Okay. So I will leave the link for you of my previous video in the description box. I pray you guys are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with the trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.